Boom, by Jean Tay is a Singaporean play that delves into the complexities of urban development, the clash between progress and tradition, and the personal stories of those caught in the upheaval of change. The play is set against the backdrop of Singapore's rapid modernization, focusing on the lives of ordinary citizens whose homes and histories are threatened by the government's push for progress. The play opens with the backdrop of Singapore's relentless push for modernization, where old buildings and neighborhoods are being demolished to make way for new developments. This creates a tension between progress and preservation, which forms the central conflict of the play. The story revolves around a government initiative to reclaim land for development, resulting in the compulsory acquisition of properties, including the home of an elderly woman, fondly known as Mother, and her son, Jeremiah. The government's agenda of urban renewal puts the family's ancestral home at risk, setting the stage for the exploration of personal and societal change. Jeremiah, Mother's son, is a real estate agent who ironically finds himself in the position of having to convince his own mother to sell their family home. He represents the younger generation, caught between the demands of the modern world and the traditional values of his mother. Jeremiah's profession and his personal life create a conflict of interest, as he understands the financial benefits of selling the house but is also aware of its emotional significance to his mother. This dilemma highlights the generational divide and the differing perceptions of value, monetary versus sentimental. Mother is deeply attached to her home, which holds memories of her late husband and represents a connection to her past and her heritage. Her refusal to sell the house is rooted in her belief that the land and the home carry the spirit of her ancestors. This attachment reflects the broader theme of tradition versus progress, as Mother's resistance to change symbolizes the struggle to preserve cultural identity in the face of relentless modernization. Her character embodies the tension between holding on to the past and the inevitability of change. A government official, known as the condemner, is tasked with overseeing the acquisition of properties for redevelopment. The condemner is portrayed as efficient and detached, representing the impersonal nature of bureaucracy and the government's prioritization of progress over individual concerns. However, as the play progresses, the condemner's interactions with Mother and Jeremiah reveal the human cost of these policies. The condemner's character provides insight into the ethical dilemmas faced by those who enforce government policies, as they must navigate the fine line between duty and empathy. The play takes a surreal turn with the appearance of the ghost of Mother's deceased husband, Father, who haunts the home and interacts with the living characters. Father's presence serves as a metaphor for the unresolved issues of the past and the lingering impact of history on the present. His ghostly appearances also highlight the theme of memory and the importance of honoring one's heritage. Through Father's interactions with the living, the play explores the idea that the past continues to influence the present, even as the world around us changes. Jeremiah's internal conflict intensifies as he becomes increasingly torn between his professional responsibilities and his loyalty to his mother. He grapples with guilt and frustration, feeling caught between the demands of a society that values progress and the emotional weight of his family's history. This struggle is emblematic of the broader generational conflict in Singapore, where younger generations are often pressured to conform to modern expectations while grappling with the loss of traditional values. Jeremiah's journey is central to the play's exploration of identity and the cost of progress. Mother's resistance to selling the house is not just about the physical structure but also about preserving the memories and stories embedded in the walls. She represents those who view their homes as more than just property, seeing them as repositories of personal and cultural history. Her character challenges the notion that progress and development are inherently positive, offering a counter-narrative that emphasizes the importance of memory, tradition, and the human cost of displacement. Mother's steadfastness forces the other characters, and the audience, to consider what is truly lost in the name of progress. The play reaches its climax when the house is ultimately demolished, despite mother's resistance. The destruction of the home is a powerful and symbolic moment, representing the erasure of history and the triumph of progress over tradition. This act leaves Mother devastated and Jeremiah filled with remorse and helplessness. The demolition scene serves as a commentary on the irreversible nature of development and the sacrifices made in the name of modernization. It also underscores the emotional and cultural void left in the wake of such progress. In the aftermath of the demolition, the characters are left to pick up the pieces of their lives. Mother's grief and Jeremiah's disillusionment highlight the personal toll of the government's development policies. The play doesn't offer easy answers or resolutions but instead leaves the audience to reflect on the complex interplay between progress, memory, and identity. The aftermath serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of urban development and the sacrifices made by individuals and communities in the name of national growth. The play's broader themes, Boom, concludes on a note of reflection, as the characters and the audience are left to ponder the true meaning of progress. Jean Tay uses the story of the younger family to explore the broader societal tensions between development and tradition, and the play raises important questions about the price of modernization. The title, Boom, itself is a metaphor for both the sound of demolition and the rapid growth of the city, encapsulating the dual nature of progress. Ultimately, the play is a powerful exploration of the costs of development, the importance of memory, and the resilience of those who fight to preserve their identities in a rapidly changing world.